Episode 5. The Sabbath in Heaven. Will Gentiles be excused? The eternal Sabbath, not just for Jews, but for all mankind. If you say the Sabbath was only for the Jews on earth, then explain why all nations will keep it in heaven. That's not a theory, it's prophecy, straight from the mouth of the Lord. For as the new heavens and the new earth which I will make shall remain before me, so shall your seed and your name remain. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. Isaiah 66, 22-23. All flesh, not just Israelites, not just Jews, not just Sabbath keepers on earth. All flesh shall worship before God on his Sabbath in the new earth. This raises a frightening question for every Sunday-keeping Gentile. If you refuse to keep the Sabbath now, if you mocked it as a Jewish relic, if you claimed it was nailed to the cross, then what are you going to do when you stand in a new world where Sabbath is eternal? Will you argue with God? Will you say, "This day wasn't for me"? Will you resist the worship service of heaven? You won't have that chance, because no Sabbath rejecter will be there. Only those who have submitted to the Lord of the Sabbath will walk those golden streets. If Sabbath was just a shadow, why is it part of heaven's worship? If Sabbath was temporary, why is it eternal in the new earth? The truth is simple, undeniable, and terrifying for those who refuse it. If you reject the Sabbath on earth, you disqualify yourself from heaven. Because the Sabbath is more than a day. It is a sign. A mark of those who honor the Creator, as Revelation 14:7 says, "Worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters." Where does that language come from? The fourth commandment. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth. Exodus 20:11. God is calling all nations to return to his sign before it's too late. You say the Sabbath doesn't matter? Then why is it the final test of worship in Revelation? Why is it the dividing line between those who receive the seal of God and those who receive the mark of the beast? The Sabbath isn't just a law. It's God's day, his holy day, his eternal day. And he expects all flesh, Jew and Gentile, to honor it now, or be shut out when he comes. Jesus said, "Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven." Matthew chapter 6:10. If Sabbath is in heaven, then his will is for Sabbath to be kept on earth. You will either worship God on his day, or you'll follow man on their day and lose eternity. The choice is yours now, but not forever.